What is going on, guys? Welcome to GregglesTV. This is a review for the Dragon Touch K10 10.1 inch tablet. Now it is a 720p display, so it's 1280 by 800. It's a slightly over 720p display. I call it a 720p plus display. It has 16 gigabytes of internal storage with the ability to throw in a micro SD card for up to 128 gigabytes of storage. Also has a mini HDMI port up here, so if you want to plug this into a monitor or a TV, you definitely can. Micro USB port to charge it, which is kind of disappointing because almost everything's USB-C at this point, so you'll still have to use that. The other parts, this is just what it looks like on the back here. You get a camera as well at the top there, and you get one on the front, so if you want to do like video calls or take photos and videos, you can with this tablet. Some other things about this tablet that might interest you are it has 2 gigabytes of RAM, so it's not a ton of amount of RAM for it. Runs Android 8.1, and then other than that, you get a quad-core 64-bit processor, Wi-Fi, which is going to be 2.4 gigahertz, no 5 gigahertz in this. You will get Bluetooth 4.0. You get a headphone jack, so if you want to plug in some headphones, it's like, I've never seen a headphone jack so close to the end of the tablet. It's all the way up there. And then other than that, yeah, let's get into the review of this tablet. So first off, let's talk about the display. It's going to be what you see on this display, and it stands out right at you. It's pretty good. I mean, for a 720p plus display, not that bad. The viewing angles are pretty good, as you can see. They're not the best, but they're not the worst I've seen as well. So this is one of my videos playing. If it looks a little washed out on the screen, it's just the video that I'm recording at. It's not washed out at all. It's pretty, the colors are actually pretty darn good on this. The clarity is pretty good, even though it's only 720p. Videos, you can only choose to play them at 720p in this YouTube app. You can't make them play higher than 720p, unfortunately. There's no, even though this video is at 4K, you can't do 2K or even 1080. It only plays at 720, which is fine because that's all this is at. As for sound, the sound is pretty bad. It's muffled and it doesn't get very loud. So I would say that's one of the bad things about this tablet, is that the sound is not good at all. But videos look generally good, and then like I said, the sound is pretty darn bad. And I'll play a song real quick here. And you can see it's just, there's no volume really, and the clarity is just not there. And then as for performance, it's not that bad. It's an under $100 tablet. It's literally 95 bucks right now on Amazon, and just getting the tablet to roam around the operating system and things like that, it does a fairly good job at that. You know, just loading up a video to play, it's gonna do that fairly quick. There you go. This is gonna be an ad, but just jumping around. If you wanna use it for some browsing, obviously it'll do that because it's a tablet from Android, and it does a pretty good job. I mean, if there's a website that has a lot of ads, it might take a bit to load that up. But other than that, it's, again, not too bad for what it does, under 100 bucks. I wouldn't do, heavy gaming on this or video editing or anything like that, because it's going to be a pain in the butt. If you like to use Instagram, obviously you can do all that, so you can view your Instagram stories or just use Instagram overall. It's going to be completely fine doing that stuff on here. And then as for gaming, you can definitely game on this. I mean, I wouldn't go crazy and play PUBG or Fortnite. But games like this, it's going to do a fine job with. You shouldn't have any issues with light gaming on this, or word games or anything like that. Most of the games that I think people play are games like this that this tablet will easily handle. And in literally 100 bucks, you can have a small little gaming tablet that does absolutely fine. Next, these are some photos that I took with the front and the back camera. This one I took with the back camera. It's nothing to write home about. Here's one I took with the front camera. They're both 2 megapixels on the front and the back. Again, they're nothing crazy good.
1, 2, 3, 4. This is the video for the Dragon Touch K10 tablet. Does it look amazing or what? It's the front camera, by the way.
You can see there's some slight, you know, frame rate issues when you play it. It's not going to, you're not going to send these on YouTube and, you know, make videos out. At least I would recommend you don't. So, you know, cameras, nothing to write home about, but if you need them in a pinch, they're definitely there for video conferencing or just taking photos and videos overall. As for battery life, if you're just doing, you know, videos and really nothing else, you can get about 5 hours of battery life on this. If you're just going to not do videos and just really light stuff like maybe web browsing and reading and things like that, you can get about 7 hours of battery life. So, you know, probably count more towards, I would say 4 to 5 hours of battery life based off what you're gonna do, because you're gonna watch videos most likely, you're gonna browse the web, listen to music, maybe play some games. So, you know, I would count you closer to lower to the you know, 5 hours, 4 hours of battery life on this. As for the software, it's Android 8.1. So when you go in here, you're gonna have access to all of the features that Android 8.1 has. So you get the access to the Google Play Store without having to do anything special like you would on a Fire tablet, which is always great to see. You can see how much storage I have left. The overall, you know, it's just real basic Android experience on here, and there's no bloatware on here. When I came on, I literally had the Google apps and that's it. So you're not gonna have any extra apps on there that you don't want. And then I added a few of my own on here, and that's it. And that's great, because a lot of time you get these cheaper tablets and they're loaded with bloatware. This doesn't have it. So at that point, I'll reiterate who this tablet's for. It's for kids. It's for someone that wants a secondary tablet. It's for somebody that is looking to get maybe into technology, like an older person, but doesn't want to spend a lot, but they still want to be able to do things on the internet fairly easy, like browse the web, play some light games, listen to music. And it has Bluetooth and a headphone jack, so you can improve the sound that way as well. So overall, not a bad tablet for under $100 for what it is. If you want to pick it up, it's linked down below. It has GPS and FM is supported as well. So some cool stuff in there. And then also in the box, you only get a micro USB and a charging brick, and that's it. So thanks for watching. See you guys down the road. Peace.